What's going on, my creatures of the night? Figured I'd take things down a notch for this video and do something pretty fun. This is probably I'm considering making this a weekly series. This is basically just albums that I like that I'm gonna recommend to you guys, and there's not gonna be it's these albums I'm recommending, I'm not going to go in depth on them, and I'm not going to fully review them. If I haven't reviewed them on my channel, feel free to comment if you want to see any of these albums, like full on, like if you want to see a full on review of any of these albums. So yeah, I'm just going to pretty much just recommend some stuff to you guys. So let's get started. First album I recommend is Labyrinth, Return to Heaven Denied. It's classic power metal, came out in the late 90s, and it really has that true power metal feel. It's a good album. Another recommendation, or the number 2, I guess, is Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. This is, once again, it's old school power metal. It's one of the best power metal albums I've ever heard, actually. Halloween is just one awesome power metal band, and they really laid the foundation for a lot of future power metal albums following this album. Number 3 is Testament: The New Order. A lot of you guys probably know this album if you're into thrash metal. This is an old school thrash metal album, and it's really one of the best thrash albums, and these guys are one of the best thrash bands who are not part of the big four. Them, along with Exodus and Creator, they can fit under that in some ways. The album's just blood pumping, and it's just full of adrenaline. You should definitely check it out. Okay, where are we at? Number 4. I've talked about this album at least 3 or 4 times on this channel. Gutted, Bleed for Us to Live. You can check out my review on it, but basically it's just old school death metal. It's an awesome album. It has that raw, aggressive death metal sound. It's truly a headbangers album. Here's a gem. Number 5, Kiss of Death by Satan. It's basically it's a demo album. Satan, they came around during the 80s, around that time of the new wave of British heavy metal, and they kind of fit under that category. I mean, they're extremely underrated. They've got some awesome instrumentation, especially on this. This is probably one of their earliest demos. Here's a good one. Number 6, Liquid Tension Experiment with Liquid Tension Experiment. It's basically some of the guys from Dream Theater, and excluding the lead singer and stuff. They come together and they put together this instrumental prog rock / prog metal composition, or series of compositions, and it's beautiful. Okay. This is a good one. Number 7, I believe. I'm just going to say number 7 because I have bad memory. Number 7 is Black Hole, A Land of Mystery. This is somewhat of a rare gem. It's basically just eerie and dark with a heavy influence of doom metal. Black Hole, I believe they're Italian. It's pretty good stuff. Okay, number 8, Apocalypse with Apocalypse. This is again, it's an underrated album. It's great. It really fits between the progressive rock and somewhat early symphonic metal. It's got some of that in it too. It's pretty awesome. Number 9 is Medieval Steel's first EP. I believe it's just called Medieval Steel. It's got some wicked guitar instrumentation, and I love them, but they really haven't put out much. But if some of the demos, they've only got 2 or 3 demos, And some of that stuff that they put out in the 80s or early 90s is pretty awesome. And one more recommendation, Phantom Warrior, Fantasy or Reality. This is a rare thrash metal gem. It's old school, it's got wicked guitar solos and riffs, and the drumming is pretty awesome. It's got that old school analog sound, and it's super. It's on point. The drumming is phenomenal. The vocals have like the vocals are super fast. They got that thrashy feel. You know, it's great stuff. And yeah, that's 10 recommendations for this week. If you guys want to see another episode of this, and if you want to see a series come out of this, comment below, and I'll consider doing it. This is just kind of just a fun thing, you know, just where I recommend some albums I like. Mostly, this is probably just going to be metal recommendations. I could start another series of rock album recommendations or whatever, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys check out these albums and let me know what you think of them. Rock on.